Hey, this is Duncan MacPherson with Pareto Systems. I wanted to put this quick message together on some fundamentals about creating video to supplement your marketing and branding strategy. It's timely because I just got off a virtual meeting with the good folks at Idea Decanter, who, as you might know, many financial professionals have outsourced a complete turnkey deliverable with Idea Decanter. They'll do everything for you remotely, and the production quality is exceptional. We covered a lot of ground in that interaction. We did some case studies. We talked about wins and, again, some do's and don'ts. And I just wanted to share some of this with you because I created a whole array of notes to pass along to you. For many reasons. First of all, we're almost at a point where you're conspicuous in the absence of video. And I'm not saying that's the reason why you do it, just to check a box and get it done. But the real reason video is effective, if done properly, is number one, you can be found, and number two, you can be forwarded. Okay, so there's two addressable audiences here. First of all, prospective clients. This is easy for them to find you. Video is 24/7, it's always on, and they can get to know you in advance of meeting you. They can kick your tires and vet you out and see how they feel in terms of trust and ultimately desire to get further into your fit process. So being found, being forwarded. You've got a whole array of clients who like you and trust you, and they're probably waving your flag, endorsing you. Video acts as a bridge to make it easier to introduce you to people they care about. Okay, so I want to focus on two words here: activate and validate. Video enables you to activate professional contrast. Now think about this. A prospective client who's watching your video for the first time, they are comparing and contrasting you to their current provider or anybody else that they're vetting. And this helps them create this frame of reference and see how they feel about you, okay? It also activates advocacy, okay? Again, as I was saying, you got clients who want to share you with others, the right people. Make it easy for them, okay? And that leads us to validate, okay? If I'm a prospective client, as easy as it is for me to join your firm, it's just always easier not to, okay? So just help me get across from intent to consent, okay? And video can kickstart that. It can be validating that, you know what, I'm done with my current provider. I need to start someone new. And again, validating for existing clients that I'm with the right person. Video can assist in countering loyalty fatigue, competitor proofing, and activating that future pacing, getting a client to remember where this relationship's going. Okay, so that's the why. Let's talk now about the how. Two things I focus on when I'm talking to a financial professional about video and branding in general: the authenticity of the messenger and the clarity provided by the message. Okay, so obviously the messenger's got to have conviction and a sense of purpose. Okay, this isn't a job, this is a calling, this is something that I'm good at, but I like to do. And that takes some preparation, it takes some rehearsal, it takes some redos. Just be at peace with all that, but making sure that that finished product really captures you, who you are, and what you stand for. The key with the messaging is no jargon, no data dumping. Again, clarity. Somebody watching your message, you want to activate in their inside voice the fact that, hey, this is exactly what I've been looking for. You want to see a neat video, go watch a brief video of Steve Jobs introducing the iPod, where he talked about the fact that, you know, he's got this little device. Didn't really talk about what it did. He just said it's got 1,000 songs you can put in your pocket. When somebody hears that, I mean, they're jumping to the end and saying, you know what, that's what I want. I don't know how it works, but I want that, okay? Get into communicating in that style. It's interesting. You know, obviously, the shift from what your value is to what it does, compliance is going to have a hard time with anything that's promissory around performance. But that's, again, not the key. It's promissory around what it means to be your client. Okay, it's about the client experience and the clarity that you provide because you're so process driven. Okay, but let's go a little bit further around the messaging. 3 words: brevity, specificity, and proprietary. Okay, so brevity means you get to the point quickly. Okay, I mean, people are consuming a lot of video, but it has to be to the point, and I'll talk about that more in a moment. But brevity, specificity, again, no jargon, no data dumping. You're not trying to impress someone, you're trying to impress upon them. So talk in meaningful specifics. And then, of course, proprietary. Proprietary means I can only get it from you. So you really want to hammer and emphasize, the quality of your people, the client experience from your practice, and the fluid and dynamic value of your process. Now, let me go a little bit further into this because there's an acronym that you can frame your messaging flow within. And the acronym is AICA. Okay, so the first A, is for attention. Okay, so you need a good hook to get their attention. You can speak to what it is people want. You can speak to unmet needs. You can speak to problems that you solve. But ultimately, it has to be interesting. It has to be compelling. I know some financial professionals, they start off their video with a very simple hook. They say, if you are a business owner, professional, or executive who's striving for that work optional lifestyle, I'd like you to, watch the rest of this video. I mean, that's a variation of the hook. Some advisors start off with saying, when I meet somebody for the first time, often they'll ask me, what is it that makes us different? And you get right to the point about your people, your practice, and your process. Okay, so get their attention. Once you've got your attention, you've got to hold it and then start to build their interest. And one of the best ways to build interest is with social proof and to amplify and project some professional scarcity, which ultimately means describe more about who you work with as opposed to what it is you do. Okay, your technical ability, your core competency is important, but it's kind of a minimum requirement. It's a given that you're good at that. So talk about things that prospective clients and existing clients can relate to. Okay, talk about the fact that you work with business owners, professionals, and executives in the prime of their lives. They're generally 5, 10, 15 years out from an exit, a liquidity event, or retirement. And just talk about the complexity of their needs and how they evolve over the lifetime of the relationship. That's how you get interest, is you talk about something that they can relate to as opposed to dismiss. Okay, then as you go from attention to interest, then get to confidence. Now this is a primer to the action, to the call to action, but there's a real crescendo point in your video. And the way you do this is you talk about the things that are proprietary to you. And the thing I like to ensure that you discuss is the fact that you have developed and refined a process that puts every piece of the puzzle together as the client's life unfolds and their needs evolve. Okay, so in other words, you're not an asset manager. Asset management's part of the process. Okay, it's not that you just provide advice and good planning. That's all part of the process. Give everything a placeholder that's proprietary to you. And then lastly, it is action. Ask them to do something. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can ask them to ask for something. You can say part of your fit process when you meet with a prospective client is that we have an introductory kit that you can request to get to know us a little bit better. And we can send that out to you so you can get to know our people and our practice and our process a little bit better. Okay, so ask them to ask for that item. That's what is called permission marketing or content marketing. Again, it's a bit of a bridge to demystify the call to action. The bolt on to that is to talk about the fact that a big part of your fit process is to have an initial conversation and an initial meeting. And then just demystify the fact that nobody has to make any decisions or commitments in that meeting. Let's see if there's a good fit. Let's see if there's merit, if there's an alignment of interests. Just be very sort of matter of fact. There's no salesmanship. Ultimately, your value is bought, not sold. Okay, so you want to attract, not chase with video. So I just wanted to share some of this with you because these are some of the things that we captured in that conversation with Idea Decanter. We'll put some links attached to this video. So if you want to get to know Idea Decanter better and understand what it is they can do for you, they've been around this block. They work with many coaching and consulting clients of Pareto Systems. They can create evergreen video for you that will endure on your website and in your social media platforms, but also they'll create that cascading incremental video. If you want to do a video blog or something to supplement podcasting and things like that, it's turnkey and all encompassing. But I hope that's helpful. And of course, if you want to get to know us better at Pareto Systems, just check us out, give us a call, and let's have an initial conversation and see where that goes. But anyway, this is Duncan MacPherson with Pareto Systems. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.